I bet you didn't know China's bold move to reduce its dependence on the US dollar is reshaping global financial alliances. With Spain aligning more closely with Beijing, cracks are appearing in the traditional US-led trade bloc. China is taking bold steps to reduce its reliance on the US dollar. The People's Bank of China, China's central bank, has instructed major state-owned banks to reduce their purchases of US dollars. This directive is a clear signal of China's intent to lessen its dependence on the American currency. The move comes amidst escalating trade tensions between the two economic giants. The central bank's directive also includes increased scrutiny on client dollar purchase orders. This measure aims to curb capital flight and stabilize the yuan, which has faced downward pressure due to the ongoing trade war. By managing the flow of dollars, China seeks to maintain control over its financial destiny. This strategic shift has significant implications for the global financial system. The US dollar has long been the world's reserve currency, but China's actions challenge this dominance. As China promotes the use of the yuan in international trade and investment, a new multipolar financial order could emerge. The Chinese yuan faces mounting pressure amidst the trade war with the United States. The tariffs imposed by both countries have created economic headwinds, impacting trade flows and investor sentiment. As a result, the yuan has experienced periods of depreciation, raising concerns about its stability. The People's Bank of China, however, has been proactive in its approach to managing the yuan. While a weaker currency can make exports more competitive, a sharp depreciation can trigger capital flight and destabilize the financial system. Therefore, the central bank has implemented measures to control the yuan's decline and prevent a disorderly devaluation. By carefully calibrating its monetary policy, the central bank aims to strike a balance between supporting economic growth and maintaining financial stability. The yuan's performance is closely watched by global markets as an indicator of China's economic health and the broader impact of the trade war. As the global geopolitical landscape shifts, Spain finds itself increasingly drawn towards the east. The traditional reliance on the United States and the European Union is being reevaluated as Spain seeks new economic opportunities and partnerships. China's growing economic might and its ambitious Belt and Road Initiative present an attractive alternative. Spain's burgeoning relationship with China is evident in the growing trade between the two nations. Chinese investments in Spain have also increased, particularly in sectors such as infrastructure, renewable energy, and telecommunications. This economic engagement is fostering closer political ties as well. This reorientation towards China is not without its challenges. Spain must carefully navigate the complexities of engaging with a country that has a different political system and values. However, the potential economic benefits and the desire for greater strategic autonomy are driving Spain's eastward pivot. Section 4. A fractured order cracks in the U.S. trade bloc. The once unassailable dominance of the U.S.-led trade bloc is showing signs of strain. The Trump administration's protectionist policies and its willingness to engage in trade disputes with both allies and rivals have eroded trust and created uncertainty in the global trading system. The imposition of tariffs on steel and aluminum imports, along with the ongoing trade war with China, has alienated traditional U.S. allies. Countries like Canada, Mexico, and the European Union have retaliated with their own tariffs, leading to a tit-for-tat escalation that harms all parties involved. This fracturing of the U.S. trade bloc has created opportunities for other countries, such as China, to expand their influence. As the U.S. retreats from multilateral trade agreements and adopts a more unilateral approach, the global trading system is becoming increasingly fragmented and unpredictable. Section 5. The Allure of the Dragon. Spain's growing ties with China. Spain's engagement with China extends beyond mere economic expediency. The two countries have found common ground in areas such as renewable energy, infrastructure development, and cultural exchange. China's Belt and Road Initiative, with its focus on connectivity and shared prosperity, resonates with Spain's desire to play a more prominent role on the global stage. High-level visits between Spanish and Chinese officials have become increasingly frequent, signifying the growing importance of the bilateral relationship. Agreements on trade, investment, and technological cooperation are being signed, paving the way for deeper collaboration. Spain's growing ties with China are not without their critics. Concerns have been raised about China's human rights record, its state-led economic model, and the potential for debt trap diplomacy. However, the Spanish government maintains that engagement with China is essential for its economic future and its strategic interests. Section 6. A New World in the Making Reshaping Global Trade Dynamics. The tectonic plates of global trade are shifting, and the ramifications are being felt worldwide. As the United States retreats from its traditional role as the guarantor of the liberal trading order, new alliances are being forged and old assumptions are being challenged. China's rise as an economic powerhouse, coupled with its ambitious Belt and Road Initiative, is reshaping global trade flows and investment patterns. Countries like Spain, seeking new opportunities and partnerships, are increasingly looking towards the East. This reorientation of global trade has profound implications for the future of the world economy. The US dollar's dominance is being questioned, and a more multipolar financial system may emerge. The rules and norms that have governed international trade for decades are being rewritten, creating both opportunities and uncertainties for businesses and governments alike.